Greetings, Jerry Ultimate Power Gamer, coming at you today with my friend Pit Master here. We are going to be doing a 2,000 point pillage scenario with a couple of new armies for the two of us. Our group has actually decided we want to do some leagues and maybe do some campaigns. So we've decided to start a couple of new armies. So we're going to show you those in just a minute. Be kind. These are, some of them are proxied and some of them are just put together, not painted, but we're building this, we're working on this. So we'll be right back. I'll give you a description of the table and we'll go over our armies. Boom. Okay, so here we are. This is Pit Masters Abyssal Dwarf army. What do you got here?
I have way over here, I have a heavy mortar.
Okay.
I have a dragon fire team.
Okay.
I have the Supreme Ironcaster on Great Winged Half-Breed. He's got the ensorcelled armor. In front I have two of the Lesser Obsidian Golems, Caterpillar and Blade of Slashing.
Okay.
I have two troops of Gargoyles behind.
Okay.
Two more of the Heavy Mortars. Then I have some Slave Orc Gore Riders.
Alrighty.
And then I have the Abyssal Grotesques with the Brew of Sharpness. And behind him I have a Slave Driver. Here are Abyssal Half-Breeds with Brew of Strength and another Slave Orc Gore Rider.
Okay, so as long as I have this, we're going to go ahead and go over the table too. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, height 4 difficult terrains. We have 1, 2, height 1 hills. We have 2, height 4 blocking terrains. We have 2 obstacles. That basically is the lay of the table. We ended up with 5 pillage tokens, and they are, we have 1 right here in the corner. We have 1 right there in the woods. 1 here at the table, 1 back there on the table edge, and 1 here on the side of this building. Let me come over here and I will go over my Kingdom of Men force. So what I have, there on the hill I've got a horde of arquebuses. They are armed with, they have the Jar 4 Winds, so they've got the extra range. Right behind them is 1 siege artillery. Next to that is going to be a unit of mounted sergeants. Behind the mounted sergeants we have the captain, the living legend, and then next to him is another siege artillery. Here across the front we have 3 troops of mounted scouts. They all have the upgrade where they have piercing 1 and their range is only 18. This unit of knights here, regiment of knights, they have the nimble, wine of elvenkind. The second regiment of knights has Pathfinder. Next to them is another regiment of mounted sergeants. Next to that is a wizard. He has the Inspiring Talisman, Lightning Bolt, and Bane Chant. And then I've got a horde of bowmen. That horde of bowmen is armed with the +1 to hit Brew of King Ninus. So give us just a moment. We're going to roll to see who goes first. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we are back. The Kingdom of Men won the first turn. But before that, the living legend was able to move. He moved my horde of handgunners from off that hill to now they're over there. I did get the first turn, so we're going to go ahead and start doing some moves. The handgunners, of course, are going to stay still. This horde of bowmen is just going to advance up 5 inches to be right here, like that. Except they're not pivoted, still facing straight, right there. This wizard was just going to sidestep to about right there, like that. Here, this unit of mounted scouts is going to come up to here. They're going to pivot like that. And then they're just going to move to be right here and pivot back so they end up right there in line. This one's going to do the same thing. Come up, pivot, move over, and adjust so he has a line like that. And basically follow suit. Up, pivot, come over here, adjust to end up like that. Here, these mounted sergeants are going to pivot a little bit. They're going to move up to right there, and then they're going to pivot back. They're nimble, fun, huh? This unit of knights, the Pathfinder knights, is going to just pivot a little bit like that, and they're going to move up forward to right there. This nimble unit of knights is going to pivot, move up, and pivot back like that. Let's see. These guys here are going to just come up to right there. Okay, that, oh, sorry, I forgot one model. The captain is going to go ahead and just move to here. Let me just check a range real quick. Yep, so that will be the end of my movement phase. We'll be right back after the shooting phase. Okay, so here we are back, the end of the Kingdom of Men shooting phase. Well, this horde of arquebuses unloaded on that unit of slave gore riders and did 12 total wounds, so anything but snake eyes.
Snake eyes.
Nope, they would be gone. Nope.
Oh, they're out.
This unit of bowmen, because they moved and had that in a way, they were only able to do 1 wound there, so here we go. We're looking for an 8+. And that's a 5. I wish that would have been reversed, but that's fine. So those guys are just fine. That was it for my shooting because both of my siege engines missed. So we'll be right back with the bottom of turn 1. Okay, so here we are, the bottom of turn 1. What are the Abyssal Dwarves going to do, Pitmaster?
Well, my half-breeds are going to...
At the double?
At the double.
Oh, no.
You know, these are some pretty strange names they give these units. Not very PC with some of these things. And then shuffle.
So 4-inch sidestep for the slave orc core riders, okay. Yeah, I'm at 36.
And it's going to move them up. A little bit. Move him up.
Okay.
Stay.
Okay.
He's gonna fly.
Alrighty. He's gonna do
He's
a
gonna
pivot.
get up, pivot, and he's gonna come across and not go over the full 20.
So not the full 20. Okay.
I want to make sure that I'm out charge range from these guys.
Oh, they can't see you right there.
He can definitely still
I think I can see you with at least one of my war machines as of this moment.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's going to be it. And of course, you're not going to move that other.
No.
All right, so we'll be right back with the results of the shooting. Okay, so here we are at the end of the Abyssal Dwarves shooting phase. The one mortar over there poofed and didn't do any damage or didn't hit these guys right here, yay. But the mortar right there, the one on the right, unloaded and did 10 wounds here, so let's go. Let's roll that nerve. And one more time. So these guys are gone. The one on the left did 8 wounds here, so here we go. And one more time. And both of these units are gone. That's it for the shooting phase. There is no hand-to-hand combat, so we'll be right back with the top of turn 2. Okay, so here we are, top of turn 2. This is what we got going on. The arquebuses are going to go ahead and do a halt command, so they're not moving. This horde of bowmen are just going to move up to here, and then they're going to pivot to end up, whoops, pivot to end up right there. This wizard is going to actually, he's just going to move up and be right here. Let me check a range. Easy with a 9. This unit of mounted sergeants is going to pivot like that. And then they are going to move just shy of him being, of his half-breeds being able to, oops, he came off. Work in progress, not attached. They're going to move up to right here.
Uh-oh, monster on the table. Monster on the table.
Here, this unit of mounted scouts is going to do an at the double. They're going to pivot, and they're just going to move up to right here. So they're going to end up right there. This unit of knights with Pathfinder is going to move at the double, and they are going to go They're going to end up right there. Then we have this unit of Nimble Knights. They are going to pivot like this. They're going to move up 8 inches to here. And then they're going to pivot like that. This unit of mounted sergeants is going to just move forward and do their pivoting. They're going to end up right here. Right there. And then Mr. Man here is going to do an at the double to end up right here. And let me just check. Good and good. Okay, that is the end of my movement phase. We'll be right back with the results from the shooting phase. Okay, here we are, the end of the Kingdom of Men shooting phase. Well, the wizard here failed to bang chant the bowman, but doesn't matter that much. Between the handgunners and the bowmen, we were able to do 9 wounds to the half-breed, so we're going to go ahead and make that roll. They are a... what's their...
14-16.
14-16, so here we go, one roll.
My guys.
That is a 6. 6 and 9 is 15.
Wavered.
They will be wavered. I couldn't ask for much better than that, so we'll be right back with the bottom of turn 2. Okay, so here we are, bottom of turn 2. What are the Abyssal Dwarfs going to do?
My war machine is going to pivot.
Okay.
And I'm sure it can pivot, right?
Yeah, you can pivot and move.
And
just can't shoot. All right, now Mr. You want to do... oh.
Still going to be out of the action. And then this guy is going to...
pivot.
Pivot.
And then do a side step.
Side step.
Just so you can see, blah, blah. And then your gargoyles. Or actually your dragon fire team. Okay.
Is 4.
Alrighty.
And then just...
gargoyles just up and over. Alrighty. And gargoyles up and over. Alrighty. Of course, the 2 war engines are going to halt.
They're going to halt.
Slave orcs are going to try their yellow belly. They're going to try to charge. They are fine. So hindered, of course, but hindered. Blah, blah, blah. Got that charge. They are
right.
You're in there. That's fine. And then you were going to give a halt command there, and they were going to regen.
Regen on 5s.
Oh, I like that. You got 1 back. I like that. All right, so that is the end of the movement phase. We'll be right back after the shooting phase. Okay, so here we are, the end of the Abyssal Dwarf shooting phase. Well, let's see. Mr. Big Dude over there did 10 fireballs and 2 war machine shot. Total of 8 wounds on the mounted sergeant, so let's go. I'm at 13, 15, 7, that's 15, 1 reroll. 6 and 8 is 14. I'm wavered. Thank you very much for that. We'll be right back after the hand-to-hand combat. Okay, after the combat, these slave gore riders charge in. They did 2 wounds to the mounted scouts, so let's roll it. I'm a 10-12. And that will be an 8, and 2 is 10. I will be wavered there, so you just need to back your inch. And we will be right back with the top of turn 3. All right, here we are, the top of turn 3, and this is what we got. The Arquebus's Horde, they're just going to stay still. They're not going to move at all. This wizard is just going to move up to right here. This unit of mounted sergeants is going to do a side step like that. This unit of mounted scouts is going to stay exactly where they are. They are no longer wavered, but they're disordered. This unit of knights is just going to do a side step to right there. This unit of... oops. Hold on with that for a second. These guys are just going to pivot. So that's their front. They are no longer wavered, but they're disordered. Let's see. You got them covered. You, sir, what do you want to do?
Charge.
Yeah, no, not today. You're in my flank. They can't reach. These guys are just going to pivot like this. Like that. They're going to move forward to right here, and then they're going to pivot like that. So they're there. This guy who is kind of out in the middle, but he's got everybody covered. Oops. Except for that. He's out of your range. You can't do anything. All right, so that's going to end up being my turn. Movement will be right back after the shooting phase. Okay, the end of the Kingdom of Men's shooting phase. The arquebuses unloaded on those half-breeds and got them up to 17. So here we go. We just don't want to see snake eyes. That's not snake eyes, so the half-breeds are gone. The bowmen, after failing to be bane chanted by the wizard yet again, the bowmen will, they did 3 wounds to the guys, so they're at a 4.
9/11.
9/11. That would be 8, and 4 is 12. So they would be gone. Cool. Then 2 siege artilleries. One of them hit. I did a total of 5 wounds to those golems, so I'm looking for boxcars to do anything. And that is not boxcars. So that would be the end of the Kingdom of Men's turn 3. We'll be right back with the bottom of turn 3. Okay, so here we are, bottom of turn 3. Pitmaster, what do you got going on?
Let's see. Well, first things first, I have a charge over here.
Okay, gargoyles in the flank there. Yep. Okay.
These guys want to move up so they don't get shot. I don't think they could draw.
No, I can't see you because the wizard in the way right there.
And so this guy is going to trot up behind.
Okay.
He's a movement of 4, so maybe he'll just go.
Alrighty.
That's a double.
Of course, they're going to stand still.
Stand still, stand still.
Those 3 units there, the golems and the gargoyles, are going to stay still. He's going to move forward 4. He said he was going to stand still to breathe.
Do I want to pivot?
That's an individual, right?
Yeah.
So you can pivot it anytime you want to. You can pivot it in the shooting phase.
If I don't take them out. Alright. I'm just going to go like that.
Okay.
And he's going to halt, and he's going to halt. They're just going to do shooting.
Alright, so we'll be right back after the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of the Abyssal Dwarf shooting phase, 2 mortars bam-bammed here, did 11 wounds to these knights, so I'm a 14-16. One more time. And these guys are gone. Okay, the Abyssal dude failed to do any damage over here, so that's going to take us to the hand-to-hand combat. We'll be right back. Okay, the gargoyles charged into the flank here, did 5 wounds, puts me at a 7. Let's roll it. One more time. Come on, be nice to me. Nope, these guys are gone. So let me take them out. What do the gargoyles want to do?
They just want to pivot.
Okay. Alright, that would be the end of turn 3. We'll be right back with the top of turn 4. Alright, so here we are at the top of turn 4, and what we're going to do is this mounted scout unit, or excuse me, mounted sergeants, they're going to do an at the double. And they're just going to come over here, and they're going to end up right here, facing that direction. These bowmen just pivoted, so they're like that, so they can see. Right here, these guys, these arquebuses, are going to pivot like that, and then they're going to move. Oh, thank you. Over right there. They're just going to move up 5 inches, to right there. The knights are going to, actually, the knights are just going to do a pivot like that. Let me check. You can't see. No, we're about. You can't see that anyway. So they're just going to do a pivot like that, and they will come forward just a little bit. Nope, because then no. They're just going to do the pivot like I said and be right there. So that's going to be them. These guys, these mounted sergeants over here, are going to do a pivot, and then they're going to just move back to right there. The captain is going to do an at the double and move to right here. And the wizard, not that it matters for anything, but he is just going to move 5 inches to like right there. Actually right there. Okay, we'll be right back after the shoot. Okay, here we are at the end of the shooting phase. This wizard is going to be retired because once again he fails to Bane chant. But the bowmen were able to do a total of 4 wounds, so here we go on a 9/11. That is 4, that's only an 8, so they are fine. We'll be right back with the bottom of turn. Okay, bottom of turn 4. What do the Abyssal Dwarfs got going on?
Halt.
Okay.
Just 1 pivot.
All right, so you're gonna.
He's gonna stay still after he pivots.
So go ahead and pivot him, so we don't forget. He's just gonna turn the face this way. Yep.
And then this guy is going to. Nothing he can really do. So I'm just gonna. 50 points. I'm just gonna. Don't worry about that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead 20 here.
Those guys are gonna fly forward 20.
Yeah, sorry, thank you.
Sure, right there. Okay.
And then these guys are gonna pivot and go 20.
Right there. Okay.
Make sure they're still.
Yep, you're on a 12. Or you're in 12.
They're still a little closer.
Yeah, you're in 12.
And then this guy.
You said you were going to back those guys back?
These guys are going to move backwards. Or no, maybe I'll march him through and then move them backwards.
Okay.
Then they can move back there.
4 inches? No, you have a 7, so 3.5 inches. Okay.
Please tell me. Alright, I'm away from those nasty things. And then, I don't want to move them too close. I'll be able to see them if I move these guys up 5. Let me double check. Yeah, I can still draw a line of sight to them. And then these guys are just going to I'll put them 2.5 sideways.
Okay.
And that's all of these guys.
Oh, you just moved him back? Oh, you were going to move him.
I was going to pivot him. And, whatever. I'll just keep him there. I don't know what to do with him.
Alright, so we'll be right back after the shooting. Okay, at the end of the Abyssal Dwarf shooting phase, 3 war engines did 6 wounds total, so let's roll it. I'm a 14, 16, 16, re-roll. And 16. Well, that would be the end of my knights. There is no hand-to-hand combat, so we'll be right back with the top of turn 5. Okay, bloody turn. Here we are, this top of turn 5. Well, for starters, this mounted sergeant unit is just going to pivot like this, and they're just going to move forward a little bit, and then they're going to pivot like that. That's all they're going to do. Halt command there, halt command there. He's not moving. The captain is going to go ahead and charge these guys right here. 2 halt commands there. These mounted sergeants here are going to move forward, pivot, and they're going to end right there, like that, with their 8 wounds on them. And that's going to be the end of my movement phase. We'll be right back after the shoot. All right, the end of the Kingdom of Miz's shooting phase. Well, the wizard heard me talking about firing him, so he finally decided to Bane chant. So between the two hordes, I got this Golem unit up to 17.
13.
Or 13, so I need a 4+. And I rolled a 3.
Oh,
so they're fine. Imagine that. I rolled a 3. I also did 1 wound with my war machines to that one, but can't do anything. So that's going to take it to the hand-to-hand combat phase. We'll be right back. Okay, the end of the Kingdom of Men's hand-to-hand combat phase. The captain charged in, did 2 wounds. So we're looking for a 9/11. That will be a 12. Yay, they go bye-bye. That's going to end us. Okay, here we are, the bottom of turn 5. What do you got going on?
First thing I'm going to do, let's see, where would I don't want to leave that open. Yeah, I think that would be fine. I'm going to pivot, and then I'm going to go forward 10.
Okay. Alrighty.
Then, just because I want to be far, far away.
Alright, so
These guys are going to move forward.
4.
Pivot and go 4 forward.
And you said you wanted this to charge
That'll
here?
charge that one.
Okay, so I'll just move that in for you here.
Thank you. And these guys will move up 5.
Alright.
And then pivot.
Okay.
And these guys will move up. And then pivot.
Okay.
Did I screw myself?
I hope so.
I hope not. And these guys are just going to
Do a reform.
and still be out. Yes.
Okay. I can
I
see
could be
you.
in cover here. That'll be
You're in cover.
all right. So that's it. Now
Okay.
into my shooting.
We'll be right back after the shooting phase. Okay, we're doing a combination thing here. Both those war engines shot here, and they both missed. How come he couldn't have missed when he was shooting at my knights and stuff? But then we went ahead and did the combat. The gargoyles ended up doing 8 total wounds here, so roll it. 1 time. 8 and 10, 18. These guys are going to be gone, so I'm just going to pull them off. And what do you want to do with your gargoyles? Gonna pivot like that? All right, we'll be right back with turn 6. Okay, top of turn 6. Well, the captain decides to charge the gargoyles here. Boom. We have a halt command there. These mounted sergeants are going to do a pivot like this, and they're just going to move forward a little bit to right there. Over here, my tape measure. These guys are going to just sidestep 2.5 inches to there.
And you will be in.
These guys are just going to pivot, and could you put them over?
Yes.
Charging those guys. Yay. Yay. These guys are going to stay still. This guy's going to stay still.
Uh-oh.
So that's going to bring it to the end of my movement phase. We'll be right back after shooting.
To a 4.
So here we go. Once again, this wizard may be getting fired because this is, what, turn 5?
Yeah. 6.
Turn 6,
And
and he hit 1
once.
Bane chant. Wow. All right, so I was able to do 1 whole wound on that unit from
get a
these
3.
guys. I need a 3+. Oh my God, I saw the 1. So yeah, they're gone. Yay! Woo! All right, they're gone. I missed with my war machine, so that's the end of my shooting phase. We're gonna go to hand-to-hand combat. We'll be right back. Okay, into the hand-to-hand combat for the Kingdom of Men. Captain charged in, hit twice, rolled snake eyes to do damage, so haha there. Over here, the mighty mounted sergeants charged in and did a whole 2. I basically need boxcars. which that's not boxcars. So they're going to back an inch. That will bring us to the bottom of turn 6. Okay, bottom of turn 6. What are the, I got it. These guys are going to charge. Yeah, they charge the war engine. So blah and close the door. He's just going to pivot and move up.
Nothing can get me from there.
Okay.
What if I stay? So he's definitely within 3.
Okay.
Within or all the way in?
Just within 3. Just
Right.
be within 3 inches. You don't have to get that close.
Within.
Okay. Yeah, I could charge you if I wanted to. All right. So what are these two going to do? So those are going to move up.
I'm going to move these up 3 inches.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I could still draw
You
if
can.
I can. So halt, halt, halt.
Okay.
These guys are going back 3.5 inches.
Okay.
Or at least right there. Oh. And he's facing that.
It doesn't matter. Just he has a double move. Just move him double. He's going to get an inch away from me. Yep. Because he gets his free facing. And back a little bit, just a little close.
It's an inch.
That's good. All right.
Oh, my luck, you roll the 4.
We will be right back at the end of the shoot. Okay, so we're at the end of the Abyssal Dwarf's shooting phase, and basically what happened, his 3 war engines have continued their want to miss now when it comes to the little puting guys I don't care about. All 3 of them shot here, and he was not able to hit one time. So it's going to take us right to the hand-to-hand combat. Gargoyles were able to do 4 wounds here, so let's roll it. 4 and 7 is an 11, which I believe might pop me, yep, one more time. And 4 and 8, 12. So this war engine is gone. And what do you want to do? Turn like that. All right. We'll be right back. Oh, roll a d6 on a 4+. We go to turn 7.
Yep.
We'll be right back with turn 7. Okay, so here we are, the top and final turn 7. My mounted scouts are going to go ahead and charge that slave driver. Could you move those in for me, please?
I sure can.
Now, unfortunately, when they move in, they got to do the slide over, which is going to end up making them hindered. That sucks. Both of these are going to halt. That's also going to halt. The living legend is going to try to be a legend. Hopefully, he's going to charge into there.
You got it.
Over here, these guys are just going to pivot like this, and then they're going to move forward about to there and pivot. Let me double check my range. On the off chance, yeah, you can't get within 20 of me there. So, all right, we'll be right back after the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of the final shooting phase for the Kingdom of Men, these two were able to put 3 wounds on those golems, but I cannot touch them because I can't roll high enough. Their defense 17. So we're going right to hand-to-hand combat. The captain charged in. He did 1 wound to them. So here we go. 1 wound. Ah, I got them off. These guys are gone. Bye-bye. Yay. Over there, the mounted sergeants charged in and did 4 wounds.
10, 12.
7, that's an 11. He is wavered. So if you just back me back my inch, blah, blah. That'll take us to the bottom of turn 7. Okay, so for the bottom of turn 7, basically all we had happen was 3 war engines shot here. They hit. They only did a couple of wounds. Didn't do anything to him because it wasn't enough. He didn't have to move anything else. So based off that, I've got 1, 2 objectives. He's got 1, 2, 3 objectives. So we'll see you in the post game. All right. Well, the W goes to Pit Master. The Abyssal Dwarfs were able to knock the crap out of me with their shooting in the upper turns. His war engines were right on. I hit 1 time. No, I hit twice with my war engines out of 6 turns. Twice. And I Bane chanted 1 time. I rolled 1-4 with my wizard out of 14. Isn't that great? But What do you think?
What I think. This is my first time playing with that army. I think though my war machines did great a few times, I really don't think, as far as competitive play goes, I don't think that they're accurate enough to bring 360 points, tie them up in three,
Well, as far as my list goes, I mean, I've got like a fluff thing here, and I actually am going to be putting this together, doing some more conversions, making this, and I'm going to be keeping those 2 war engines in there because it goes with the whole fluff. Tune in for later reports on this because I am going to be going through explaining the whole fluff behind my Kingdom of Men army, and hope you guys like it. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. Appreciate any comments or questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We'll see you in the next Bat Rep. All right. Thanks for watching.